Picture this. You're in a writing class and someone just told you your character is too angry. But you absolutely know, that rage is the only honest response to what your character is experiencing. And now you're sitting there wondering, is my craft off? Or is this critique partner just uncomfortable with black anger? And that question, that doubt, that's the violence. I'm Lakeisha, and this is Writing While Black. I've spent years as an editor reading manuscripts, diagnosing what doesn't work and what does. And I've seen firsthand how brilliant Black writers get feedback on their writing that makes them question their skills. They get told stuff like, your dialogue sounds inconsistent. Your story feels too political. I can't relate to this character. But the truth? Their dialogue isn't inconsistent at all. The reader simply didn't recognize the craft. Your story isn't too political. How can it be? Blackness is political because we exist in a racist society. The fact that they can't relate, that means you didn't center whiteness, and somehow that became a problem. The real issue isn't your writing. It's that craft standards are white cultural defaults dressed up as universal truth. Writing While Black was created so you can stop second-guessing yourself. Every episode, we're examining those moments, the ones where craft advice is actually racism, where feedback that felt wrong was, in fact, wrong, where you weren't being too sensitive, you were being gaslit. We're learning techniques traditional writing education doesn't understand and therefore can't teach. Stuff like code switching as narrative power, Ave as legitimate literary language with its own grammar, writing rage that's complex as well as sustained, strategic silence as resistance, and claiming your right to opacity without translating for a white audience. But more than that, I'm giving you permission to trust your instincts when feedback feels racially coded. Permission to write Black characters who are flawed and human without proving we deserve humanity. Permission to center Black readers and let the white ones catch up if they choose to. James Baldwin didn't move to France just for the art scene. Zora Neale Hurston spent years defending her use of dialect, and Toni Morrison fought editors who wanted her to explain more, make it easier, translate for white writers. She said no. Every Black writer who came before us navigated this same violence, the polite, professional insistence that our voices need fixing. After each episode, I want you to feel seen, validated, less crazy for questioning the feedback that didn't sit right. I want you to walk away with language for what you've been experiencing, tools for protecting your voice while navigating hostile spaces, and craft techniques that honor your full truth. And I want you to feel something shift, that moment when you realize you've been performing, the breath when you understand you can stop. That clarity when you see your Blackness isn't a problem to overcome. It's the source of your power. When you stop writing for white comfort, you discover what your voice really sounds like. When you write for Black readers first, you can go deeper, faster, and truer. And when you claim the right to be complex and human and Black on the page without apology, you write free. Writing While Black isn't just craft as education. It's an overhaul of how you see yourself as a writer. It's validation that what you've been feeling is real, and it's liberation through storytelling. Subscribe now wherever you get your podcast. Your voice doesn't need fixing. It needs freedom.